EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, this is Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn, you don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Come on, baby. Let's go. At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check 4. Check 3. One pass. Safety Cream. Watch Safety Creaming. 81. Safety's Creaming.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3-and-out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
He's checking crack. Shoot!
The first down carry here for Johnson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Able to find Isabella. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's just field it at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down, it's Carson. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
On first down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Let's go. A gain of 13 yards.
So in the Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 47. 6-0 our score after 1. They'll run on first down. Carson, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On
2nd and 11 now. Wilson into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Steps away. Hunter Henry brings it in. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
We got four.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Rolling to his right. Looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Murray again, 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Hunter Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
At the 26-yard line.
56. Left pass. Here we go. Mike 56. Mike.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, quick slant, caught by Moore.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And Wilson has it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. One Wilson to another for a Seahawk first down. Wilson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Wilson, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jordan Hicks, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd, and the pressure gets to him again. Shaq Lawson in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Here we go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 43-yard line.
On second down now, it's Johnson. The timeout here is we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
On the double. Check. Mike 54. Let's go. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check. Lucky. Hatchet.
Here's Murray from midfield. Escape. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now. And that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football. Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Carson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Switch it. Come here, switch it. Show it.
They run it with Carson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's taken it around the 40. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. A final shot before half from Murray. He's going to throw one up for the end. And it'll be intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this 1st half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman and REA Sports Halftime Report. The final two quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
14.
On first down, it's Carson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Man, I got you.
Second and 5 now. Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Carson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Wilson. The quick slant caught, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Let's go now. Henry. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Three down. Three down.
Now Murray off play action. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down. 3 down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Squeeze, double.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. To throw is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Watch out.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Hunter Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Out of the gun, here's Murray, complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they've put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Here we go, 14.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Wilson now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's first and 10. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Throwing again here. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.